the next one. Hello, everyone. So as you can see, the Warriors of Darkness come from another world, where their world was entirely flooded with light. Which is kind of mirroring the Final Fantasy III story in a way, because, as you know, our world in Final Fantasy III is being flooded with darkness, and we are the Warriors of Light repelling it, whereas in their world it was the opposite. The light is flooding their world and destroying it. So you kind of need a balance, is what they're trying to tell us. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reason, they must be stopped. Their sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Yeah, we get a song. Two sides of a coin. Alphanode would like nothing more than to get out of the snow. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmund of our success, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I would like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Alright, so now I'm going to take a quick moment here and talk to Denston in Limsalumin's. It's the turn-in for the Storm, or for the Hullbaker Isle quest. It's not really all that important for the story, but it's kind of like the finishing up, I guess. I forgot to do it earlier. I apologize, but whatever. It's sitting there on my quest list, and I should probably do it. By next week, I should have the next step of the animal weapon complete. Unfortunately, the step after that is going to take some time. As that's actually the step I'm working on for my ninja weapon on my main character. And then the step after that, it's not going to take all that long. Well, how was it? Did you give them elites the hide of their lives or what? Come on, out with it. Patience, lad, all of Limsa will know the tale ere long. 'Twas a sight to behold, that much I will say. Miro and her comrades carved their way through beasts and men like a cutter through a swell. Not even a visit from the sirens and the krakens could slow their pace. Eh? Pirates turned up at the drill? What the seven hells do they want? Why, to do their civic duty, of course. They invited themselves as members of the Black Sails Unit. You'd be forgiven for forgetting, but the pirates' powers are still bound to the Maelstrom by the Galadian Accord. Of course, they never deigned to take part in our exercises, and we've long since stopped talking. As for why they chose to grace this one, I reckon word got out that the Warrior of Light would be facing our finest, and they fancy to go themselves. That's no reason to deny them. Admit it, you wanted to see them old cutthroats could still hold their own in a fight. Begging your pardon, Chief, but are you alright? You look a bit sore. Don't tell me you. I deemed it good for morale, but I did not come here to speak of that. Miro, the Maelstrom is grateful for your participation. May we count you a friend till sea swallows all. Good day to you both. I'd have stood away unfair if I'd known I'd get the chief be fighting. Seeing you in action must have woken the spirit of the Golden Age in him. Though I doubt he's as spry as he was back then. I hope he didn't give him too bad of a beating. Legends like Mistbeard never get old, but the chief, well, he's just a man. But let's keep this little chat between ourselves, eh? Good to see you again, Miro. Thanks for helping out the chief. There you go. You get 5,000 gil for it. Perfect! Okay, now we're going to go back to Idleshire, and we are going to open up the next, not Idleshire. We're going to go back to Foundation and visit the congregation of our knights most heavenly and continue on with our story. The story of this patch, I actually really like this patch, so I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it too. The hell are you sitting out here for, Alphino? Ah, there you are. Shall we make our report? No, I don't report to anyone. Alright, we're gonna share screens with Packamet just in case she needs to voice some Lucia. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Mearo. What news from Zalfatol? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Vishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for who remained behind, Mistress Istola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warrior of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
It's voiced.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Zelfatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alize, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
To think that the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she'd taken the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to, I never learned, though I suspect that was by design. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits, did she? Alright. Windtree. Piamet, your voice is needed.
Alright, my apologies for keeping you waiting. Right then, shall we be off?
Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I fear she might have furnished you with an identical outfit.
Praise the child she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered,
Sister, please! She was not my... Can we not have this discussion in front of the Warrior of Light?
Well, so be it. Another time, perhaps. To be honest, Miro, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do.
A pleasure to have you with us. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Welcome to the fight. Welcome to the fight. Mineo's traditional fist punch. New garments aside, I must say you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Yarzia.
To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all.
Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Oriange can be of assistance. Alright. Unless it's voiced, you're gonna be needed when we hit the Waking Sands.
Huh?
I said unless it's voiced, your voice will be needed when we get to the Waking Sands.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm here.
Yeah, so that some of that dialogue is different apparently if you didn't do the Binding Coil of Bahamut. I guess they just cut that part out because technically your character will have never gone through and did that with let's say. Alright, Whisper go. FF14 needs to do more crossover events. We needed a FF15 crossover event where we got a personal regalia to drive around in, but they never did. We also need a Kingdom Hearts crossover. We need a Dragon Quest X crossover where we get a slime pet. Could you imagine having a slime minion? That might be one of the few things that would make me not use Poraga. At least shortly. I'd swap between the two. They also need to just release Dragon Quest X in English or French, because they seem to like to give stuff to France, so. Did they just not spawn, or? Okay. I think I have to just go in. Yeah, they could re-release the Slime King hat too. I want that. I missed out on that. At least I got the Brickman though. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Elfinode, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray, allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up, only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, the service to spur the Bleach tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the Beast Tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised that the Warriors of Darkness and Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Mirthor. Ogomoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, and we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Miro. Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. Bet you payment.
Oh, if I may, brother, Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say?
Alice?
If not, then never mind. I only ask because you're normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Order had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds may be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Daron Oracles. Mayhap you could start there.
By thy leave.
Camp Overlook, was it? Very well.
But yeah, Juba, you raised a good point. We need that that quest or that hat. We need it in our lives. Okay, Camp Overlook. Oh yeah, I remember this part.
Part was long as hell.
Yeah. Blatant Storm Commander. 7 Hills, at this rate I'll have to appeal Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Well, fancy that! Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head, the Scions of the 7th Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. Unlikely allies. Commander Bloodin is eager to put you to work. So, our friendly neighbors in Gamero have gotten much more aggressive as late as just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, like looking to make off with an arm full of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search for the camp for the little bugger, would you? Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Oriange's information, yes, but to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding and questioning this kobold. I think it was just outside the village. Over here, I thought? No. Perhaps it was up on that ridge. There it is, I see it. I knew it was just outside the village. Hey, Nickel, yes! Anyway, Nicholas, how's it going? Welcome to today's stream. We got about an hour left of streaming if you want to hang out. The little fucker took off. The little jerk. When you come and hang out near... That kobold took you forever to find? Yeah, no doubt. It probably would have... I remember it took me a bit to find it too, actually.
We were questing together.
Yeah. I remember it took us a little bit. There he is.
I don't know. I made my weapon.
Yeah. Hey, you were playing episode Gladio? What'd you think? Stay back. Away. Far. Back. Not a... God, it's no use. Pointless. Hopeless. No use. Pursue the koboldling. Okay, now he's back up here. And this thing gets around really quick. It's easy. Did you beat it, or you still working on it? Because, yeah, I didn't find it overly difficult. You have to beat the score attack to get the shirtless attire? Interesting. I didn't know that. A little kobold over here. Or is he in the other area? I think he's up here still. have to get like 5,000 points for it, or 500,000 points for it. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was, they added in more than just the story, like little different modes and such for it, but I didn't realize they added in any, or that the DLC, I didn't get the shirtless thing. I didn't really pay attention. Not that it matters to me. There he is. He was down there. Just hiding. Please don't hurt me. I wish only to talk. Yes, yes, just talk. Ah! Okay, if you just want to talk, why the fuck are you running away? Oh, shit. Yeah, the only fight in the Gladio expansion, or the DLC, I really had any issue with was Enkidu, and that's just because he hits he hits really hard. This was a stupid plan, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Gosh, she found me again. What to do? I come in peace, only to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, do not hurt me. That's you, Pac-Man.
Hold on, I need to rearrange my shit. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder the soldiers were on edge. You could very well give one a bruised knee.
Huzzah, we got him. Fine work, scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did ya? Plotting to steal my crystals, were ya? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin. One day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alphinaud, and this is my sister, Alice. Miro, the woman who found you, is our friend. And now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloyden here thinks you want to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and not your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one... Oh, that's you.
No one is going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here. I promise.
The Patriarch, he's... The Patriarch is gonna summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him! Beat him, fight him, stop him! Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if they didn't have the iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace?
I did not want to believe it, but I have heard tales of foci fashioned from the bones of Beastmen, which worshippers used in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of the gods.
By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and raising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, Advise Maelstrom Command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. He just walks away. Nothing like time being of the essence. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy. They would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood. Brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows, and formulate a plan without further delay. Okay, it's a good time to reset the recording for the last bit of today's stream.